But you've got to remember, I always let you go first, just in case the
Yes.
camera doesn't work.
Yeah, we know. We've established this many times, Ben.
Yes. Anyway, welcome.
Welcome everybody to another episode of A Slice of Fried Gold.
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching us on YouTube, give us a like, give us some share, give us a subscribe to the channel, like the video, give us a comment on today's topics when we get through them.
Yep.
If you're listening on Spotify, thank you very much for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Leave us a comment, leave us a nice review, give us a 5-star rating because you know you want it. For the record, I'm Paddy.
And I'm Ben.
And today, we haven't seen each other for about a week.
Yes, that's normal.
So
just because last week we did two like one day after the other, that's not the norm.
I know. We're just bulking. We're just bulking. We've got a holiday to fill out.
It's me when I go to the drive-thru at McDonald's. I'm just bulking.
I'm bulking before I go to the gym. Leave me alone. Oh dear.
Anyway, how's you?
Yeah, I'm all right. It's been a busy week of work.
Mm-hmm.
A lot going on. No Karens, nothing like that. Just busy week. I felt emasculated the other day.
Oh, go on. What happened?
So, I had a family thing the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw my cousins, which I haven't seen for a while.
Yep.
Now, for newbies, and for people that might not know, we're of about 6'2" height.
Yes.
Okay. My cousins, I forgot how tall they were. Okay. I had to stand on my tiptoes, Ben, to give them a hug.
Oh.
I felt like a child. It's like, what is going on? I feel so emasculated. And now I know how short people feel when they hug us. I feel so...
Jesus, how tall are your cousins?
They're like 6'6". They are tall. Yeah. And they're lanky as well. They're like a streak of piss.
Of course they are.
So, but yeah, I felt I had to get on my tiptoes to give them a hug. You know the man hug when you haven't seen anybody, you know, shoulder over shoulder.
Tap. Yeah.
I was like this. I was like hooking it up. I was like, oh my god.
I don't know about you.
Yeah.
But for me, I can't talk as a 6'6" person.
Yeah.
But as a 6'3" person, for some reason, whenever I go to hug for someone, they always go for putting their arms around my neck, and I'm the taller person, and I'm like, why? What? Like, go forward, go underneath my arms, and go for the chest. But every single person I've ever hugged, always insists in going for my neck, and it's like, are you trying to fucking strangle me?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
You know, and I then have to do the weird sort of hello kind of shrug to get down to them.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, and if they just sort of went forward and gone around my chest underneath my arms, we wouldn't be in this problem.
Exactly.
Granted, I understand that they get a face full of chest, but you know, they're going to get that anyway.
It's difficult because some people, like, you know, you've got to give some, like, especially the ladies might give you a nice hug and a kiss on the cheek, you know, going continental, do a couple of kisses, mwah mwah.
Yeah.
But you can't do that to boobs if you're that tall.
Well, you could, but you know.
You could, but you
just have to ask first.
Yeah. Might be inappropriate if it's doing this by cousin.
Yeah, that too.
But yeah, apart from feeling slightly emasculated, nothing to report really.
Fair enough.
An average week as normal.
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
Yeah, I mean, as you clocked the moment I got out of the car, I have had a haircut.
You have had the annual haircut.
Thankfully, the viewers on YouTube and, well, people on Spotify definitely can't see it, and the viewers on YouTube, thankfully, because we're in the dark, they can't see it either. But it's a lot shorter than what I normally get.
Yes, it did throw me. I like it.
Good.
You
My
don't?
parents don't.
No, so? What's it got to do with them?
Well, I live with them, so I keep getting comments.
Oh.
And, you know, my parents being as supportive as ever, you know. You know, my mum's finally just come to it's shorter than what you normally have, so it's a bit of a shock every time you walk around the door. Fine, granted, I'll give her that one. My dad, however, he had the grace and the tact to look at me and go, it's because you put all that weight on, it doesn't look as good. Thanks, Dad. Thanks.
Wow.
Yeah. And I kind of looked at him, he was like, you know, because you slimmed down a lot, and if you'd still been at that size, it wouldn't look too bad on you. And I was like, just, do you want a shovel to go with that hole you're digging?
Wow.
You know, yeah. I felt the love. I felt, you know, so comforted by my
Yeah,
family.
the emotional and physical support from them is they know no bounds.
Yeah.
They know no bounds.
Yeah. And just literally every time I like go to talk to them about something, they're just, oh, your hair is so short. I'm like, yes, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. You're the only people who dislike it. Everyone else is fine with it.
Yeah.
And the reason it's so short, it's not because I sat in the chair and went, go on, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's because I was visiting friends at the time. And so I was like, right.
You didn't go to your usual barber.
No, I didn't go to my usual barber. So I was like, I'm visiting friends at the time. And I was like, right, where do you guys go? Because I want to get a haircut before we go to America.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is where we normally go. So I went to the place they recommended.
Yeah.
And I sat down in the chair. And the guy, of course, was like, oh, what can I do for you? And I said my usual order, which is 2 on the back and sides, and then just neatening up at the top.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he went, you mean a 0? And in that moment, I was like, right, I'll see how this goes. You only know the one haircut, the standard haircut that every bloke gets nowadays. And then I kind of like, in my peripheral vision, I looked down the row of chairs and just every single bloke was getting the same haircut. I was like, right, I see where I am now. And is it Bruce Lee has that saying of, fear not the man who's practiced 1,000 kicks, but fear the man who's practiced a kick 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So I was like, if this guy only knows a 0 back and sides, let him.
Yeah.
Because if I stick to my guns and go, no, I want it too, I'm going to walk out here looking shocking.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then when he took the razor to it, it was like the step in. I was like, what have I done? But yeah, as I said, so far, my parents are the only ones who have said they don't like it.
Nah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I think it looks good. I think it's
Thank
nice
you.
fresh trim.
Thankfully, no one on Spotify can see it, and pretty much because we're in the dark and the light is facing us, I'm pretty sure the viewers on YouTube can't see it either, so we're all good.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's a good cut. I think you're fine.
I'll grow into it. It's got a month to grow before America, so we'll grow into it. It's fine.
This is the thing. I don't understand how you can... I know my hair grows quickly, but you have your hair cut like, what, once every couple of months?
2-3 months, yeah.
I couldn't do that.
No. But I also couldn't do that when I was a kid. My hair used to grow so quickly as a kid.
Yeah.
But it's slowing down because age and genetics are a thing, funnily enough.
Yeah, but my hair still grows quickly.
Good for you. I'm happy.
Hey, don't get soft. You still got more hair than I have.
But yeah, it's funny because when I was a kid, my hair was the thickness of Brillo pads.
It
was wiry. Like when I can remember still, like in high school, I said like way too many times now.
Yep.
But like I would shower in the morning before school. I would shower at 7:15, 7:30. When we got to school at 20 to 9, my hair would still be wet because it held on to moisture.
Yeah.
Whereas now I step out of the shower. I don't even have to like towel dry it or anything. Within 10-15 minutes, it's dry.
Yeah.
My hair is thinning. It's going slower. Yes, I have a bit more hair than you, but it takes its time. It really works for the every single millimeter is a struggle for it.
Yeah.
But it's like, come on!
I think the thing for me is because I have always have like with you, always have like a 0 on back and sides.
Well, I don't normally, but yes, carry on.
Well, for this haircut.
For this one.
Well, but after like a couple of weeks, it's grown through that it looks bad again, so I want to get it done. So that's why I have mine done like every 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but you're not the only person. Like when I lived down in London with PT.
Yeah.
He was having a haircut like every other month.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, fresh trim. And it's like, how do you afford to go to hairdressers so much?
Yeah.
It's shocking. Anyway, so there's that. Covering someone at work who's on holiday.
Oh, okay.
Standard stuff.
Yeah.
Don't hear from all the crazy customers.
Yeah.
For about 2 months now. And the moment they go on holiday, they all start appearing. And it's like, can you please? I think we should start sending emails out. I'm about to go on holiday. Any crap you want to come up with,
any stupid requests,
do it now before I go on holiday.
Yeah.
Because the other thing is the person I'm covering, they made the mistake, stupid mistake, of giving their personal mobile phone out to the customers.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
When I've asked them, the reasoning was, oh, well, during COVID, when we were all forced to work from home, I had to give it to them so they could contact me when I was working at home. I was like, right, okay. No, still just tell them you can reach me on email.
Yeah.
Because now they've got her number and they still call her. So like something happened the other day and I had to like message her like, you might get a phone call, just ignore it. It's all in hands.
Right.
But you know, because if a customer wants to chase you, they've sent an email and 5 minutes later they're like, have you got the email? Have you got the email? I was like, yes, you sent it 5 minutes ago. Let me get to it.
Yeah.
But I was like, you might get an email because something's going wrong, but it's all in hand.
Everything's fine. Everything's under control.
Just ignore it. And she was like, okay, will do. She was like, by the way, I also received a phone call from this person. I was like, of course you did. And I was like, and she was like, I ignored it. I was like, good. But still, why?
Yeah.
Like, even if you had to give your phone number out during lockdown, fine. Change your phone number afterwards. I would have.
Yeah.
I would have so been like, right, lockdown's over. They've all got my number. Changing it.
Or I would have just bought like a burner phone.
Or that.
I just bought like got a £10 cheap drug dealer phone and just had that on the side and said, if you've got an issue, you can bail me on.
I mean, not even that. Just buy a new SIM and like every morning, swap the SIMs over.
Well, does your phone do that? Does your hold too?
I think mine does. I'm not entirely 100% sure.
I think
it does.
I think mine can do too. I'm not sure.
But that's neither here nor there. There was something else I wanted to talk about, but once again, my mind is like a sieve and I can't remember.
Go.
A standard affair for me, isn't it, really?
Pretty much.
Well,
since you can't remember, shall we do movie? And if it pops back and we've got time, we'll go on to it.
We shall recover, yes. Go on then.
Okay, so we've just been to see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Ben, do you want to do initial thoughts first?
Yeah, I'll do initial thoughts first.
Okay, you do it?
Took a long time to get going.
Yep.
A long time to get going.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, I think the Sony Presents, like, title screen was, what, 15, 20 minutes in?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And so it takes a long time to get going. I just really want to stress that and emphasize that. This is not a film that just gets going straight away. That being said, once it gets going, it's really good.
Yeah.
I have no issue with it. I enjoyed it way more than the first one, but then I wasn't a fan of the first one, as you remember. The art style of the first one, I didn't really. It's not that I didn't get it. I got it. I understood it. I just didn't like it, which is personal preference, really.
Yeah.
But this one, I was more au fait with the art style.
Right.
So yeah, I enjoyed it more. It's funny because the multiverses are a big thing at the moment. You've got you had Doctor Strange, you had the Flash is about to come out. Everything Everywhere All at Once was a multiverse kind of film. Multiverses are a big theme right now.
It's the in theme.
It's the in theme. Complete tangent. What is it about foods and having themes? Like, I can't think of the theme right now, but can you remember 10 years ago, nowhere did salted caramel, and yet everywhere does salted caramel now. It's the same with pulled pork. 10, 15 years ago, no one did pulled pork, and now everyone does pulled pork. Anyway, that was a tangent. Where was I going?
I don't know. Where were you going with that?
The thing that entertains me is every single film that's got a multiverse theme at the moment has more multiverses than Doctor Strange. Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, Doctor Strange had 3, so in order to be a multiverse film, you have you must be this high to claim.
The minimum requirement is at least 3.
At least 3 universes, and you can claim to be a multiverse. But that just tickles me. Every single multiverse film we've gone into, I'm like, right, how many universes is this one going to be?
Yeah.
Acting was great. The voice acting was great. I liked all the sort of references and everything. This film does require you to watch it multiple times to get all the references. Sometimes to the point where I think there was so many references, I was looking at things going, is this a reference? Am I thinking now too in depth of it? But yes, overall very good. Would recommend. Your thoughts?
I'm the other way round.
Okay.
I prefer the first one over this one.
Yeah, but you loved the first one.
I love the first one. The first one is like top 10 movies for me. I love. I obviously rewatched today to go into this.
You did.
Just to keep like refresh on the memory.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish I hadn't done that now because I wasn't expecting so much like, and this isn't a spoiler because it happens in the first 10 minutes, but like they kind of go through the histories again, and they brush over like what happened as like a mini recap of the first one. They do that, so you don't necessarily have to rewatch the first one to watch that.
No.
I didn't like the change in. I know I spoke about it briefly, but to me it seemed the animation seemed slightly different.
Yeah.
It seemed a little bit more CGI compared to hand drawn like it was in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from the slow start, and it was a slow start, I did enjoy it. Again, voice acting, everybody, brilliant. Loved all the references. Like you said, it's going to be one that you're going to have to probably watch at home as well and be able to pause and catch all the little things.
Either I'm going to do that or I'm going to wait for it to come out on TikTok going, did you notice this one? Did you notice that one? Did you notice that one?
Yeah.
TikTok is beautiful for that.
Yeah. There's definitely going to be that. There's going to be so much of that.
It's when people send me the did you know like references of the Harry Potter films. It's like, do you know who you're talking to?
Yep.
This is me. Hello. Hi.
It's when people send me the Batman ones.
Oh.
And I'm just like, people, please.
Yeah.
I know. I live and breathe Batman.
Well, it's like when people send it to me and I'm like, yeah, I single-handedly came second in a Harry Potter quiz. I mean, yes, I know I wanted to come first and I should have come first. That's neither here nor there. But the people I lost to was like a team of 6. I was on my own, on my Todd.
It was on your shoulders, man.
It was on my shoulders. So, you know, to come second, I'm not that upset about.
Yeah.
So when people send me like the TikToks like, oh, did you notice this in the Harry Potter films? I'm like, yes, I did. To the point where my parents will not watch Harry Potter with me anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'll sit there and go, did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? They're like, yes, shut up. There was one time I was walking past the living room and I heard the music. And just from the music alone, I knew what film they were watching, where they were in the film, and I started shouting the lines through the door.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad, but I'm so proud of it.
I was going to say, if that hasn't cemented you into nerddom, I do not know what way.
I mean, but yeah. And so my parents were like, really? Can you not? We're trying to watch this in peace. And it's like, well, you know, you torture me over my hair. I'll torture you with Harry Potter. Anyway, carry on with your review.
I've completely lost my whole train of thought now.
References.
References I really enjoyed. There was obviously a lot of Easter eggs and like hints at things going forward.
Yeah.
I am intrigued to see where they're going to take this into the next movie. I think it's going to be. I think to me this did feel like that classic second movie syndrome.
Yes.
Where it feels just like a lot of setup.
Yeah.
And then the next movie is the payoff.
They kind of did that with Pirates of the Caribbean, didn't they?
Yeah. Dead Man's Chest was very much like that.
They wrote it in with what's the final one? At World's End in mind, and they've done the exact same with this one. They wrote it with the third film in mind.
Yeah.
And it does kind of.
And I'd be intrigued to see. I think it comes out next year, or maybe the year after, when the third part comes out, whether or not watching both back to back makes the second one better, like it does with
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, with that.
Star Wars. I was about to say Shrek, but no, Shrek the third is shockingly bad. So we don't acknowledge that.
Should we say like Lord of the Rings? Two Towers kind of. Some people kind of get that with that. I like Two Towers, but some people do feel like it's the setup.
But that's its whole in contained book itself. So
yeah.
I wouldn't really class that as one of the ones. But yeah.
I was talking about film wise as opposed to book wise.
Yeah, no, still because they had a source to work off of.
Yeah, I guess.
So they kind of knew what they were doing and where they were going, kind of thing. So yeah, I wouldn't class Lord of the Rings.
Fair enough. But yeah, it just felt like a very, very sequely and like second act. Second act, that's a good one. Second act kind of film.
Well, technically it is, but you know.
Well, yeah, but you know, in that reference, in that frame of reference.
Yeah.
I enjoyed. There was I enjoyed the new bunch of characters as well, as opposed to bringing back just old people.
Yeah.
And like the new bunch and where they've taken that, and the new friends and new enemies.
Yeah.
I like the Spot.
Yeah.
The
Spot was good.
The Spot was good. I don't know who voiced him, but he was quite amusing. But yeah, overall, it was a solid film. Not as perfect as all these early critics are making it out to be. Because literally all I've seen the last 2 days of people like on Twitter and everything from the early screenings saying this is the best movie of all time.
Yeah.
This is the best ever movie ever made.
Yeah. One thing I will say.
Yeah.
It wasn't as funny as the rest of the audience would make it out to be.
No.
I know we kind of have a skewed viewpoint because the guy next to you was sitting there like he was a fucking audience member in Friends or The Big Bang Theory, where someone drops a spoon and they laugh.
It literally like
he laughed at everything.
It fucking did my head in. I almost fucking said something.
Yeah,
I was like, it's like he was laughing at somebody would say hi, and he laughed at that.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? It's just no.
But I noticed that the audience in general in the screen was laughing a lot more than what we would have.
Yeah.
And I feel like it wouldn't have shocked me if there was a sign down at the bottom of the screen, laugh.
Yeah. It did feel a little bit like that.
And I don't know if that's because people just feel like, oh, I'm in a cinema, I need to show that I'm enjoying it. Because, possible.
Yeah.
But there was funny moments. I won't deny it.
Yeah. I still think the first one is funnier.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But this is what I was going to say. Did you find the sound mixing weird?
There was one moment where I noticed when he was having a heart-to-heart with his mum in 2/3 of the way through, her lips didn't match with the audio. I clocked that.
There was a bit of that, but I felt like even the opening narration, I struggled to hear over the music.
Oh yeah. And I was like, if this is going to be like this all the way through, I'm walking out.
I honestly, I really struggled. And then with Dickhead next to me, laughing half the time, at one point I put one finger in my ear like this, just so I could stop and actually concentrate. I don't know what it is lately. It's the same because it happened with what's his face, Nolan and his new one, Tenant.
Oh, Tenet, yeah.
Yeah, the sound mixing in that was awful.
It was, I remember.
And I don't know what it is. I like to be able to hear the script that's been written. Shoot me down for being wrong, but I'm assuming I'm supposed to know what's going on with the film.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if that was just like a technical thing. On my soundbar at home, I have it on voice anyway, voice is higher.
No, but that opening sequence, you could not hear what she was saying over the music.
I'm glad that wasn't just me.
No, that wasn't just you.
I like the fact that we got that point of view at the start. Yeah. That was nice.
I remember the other thing I wanted to talk about.
Oh, okay.
So I saw the funniest thing today.
Oh, okay.
I was walking home from Lidl.
Yep.
And up on the corner of the road, I saw a roadman.
You saw a what?
A roadman.
Oh, roadman. Yeah.
Guy looking trying hard, had his hood up, hunched shoulders.
Yeah.
The little bag slung around his chest with chilling there. And it looked like he had his fingers like that in a constant pose. Looking round. I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Is he? And I don't know about you, but generally, especially when they're shorter, little man syndrome, Napoleon complex. But whenever I see someone like that, I'm like, I'm about to walk past this guy. They're going to make a comment, aren't they? Because not only am I tall, but I'm big as well.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they're going to make a comment, aren't they? They're going to make a comment. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I got closer, I realised he had his phone in his hand, and his phone was playing music out loud.
Oh.
Guess what song it was playing?
Mariah Carey.
Nope.
What?
Even worse.
Oh God. Miley Cyrus.
Even worse.
What?
And it's like, baby,
oh, sweet baby Jesus on a bike.
I nearly died laughing.
What the actual?
I had to not even just hold the laughter. I had to stop breathing. I had as I walked past him.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because he's standing there being like, oh, yeah, 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 whilst his phone's going, baby, 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 oh, and I was like,
That's appalling. That is appalling.
and I was like, if I laugh, he's going to stab me, isn't he? If I laugh, he's going to stab me.
He would have.
But yeah,
Wow.
that was something. And it's just like, firstly, I hate people who play music out loud in public.
There is so many brands of headphones now. You can have headphones.
Mm-hmm. So many brands that are Bluetooth, that connect to smartphones.
Yep.
You have no reason.
Yeah.
I know
this isn't the early 2000s where, like, if your cable would break and you can't actually hear the music, so you have to play it out loud.
Or even the 90s where you had to hold the boombox over your shoulder as you walk down the street like, ooms, ooms, ooms. This is not the 90s anymore.
Yeah.
We all like our personal space. We all like our little bubbles. Stay in it.
We have the technology.
We have the technology.
Oh dear.
Right. So shall we do final thoughts?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
I felt emasculated. I don't like tall people being taller than me.
Mm-hmm.
Tall people should only be my height or about your height.
Mm-hmm. My parents don't know how to be nice or kind or say anything nice about anything, and they obviously never watched Bambi as kids.
Yes. Clearly.
I mean, they wouldn't have watched Bambi as kids because Bambi wasn't out. But anyway, they never watched Bambi. I don't remember ever watching Bambi as a kid. We never had it on VHS. Maybe that's why. Maybe they never learned from Thumper. If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. Going on holiday is great when it's you, but the people who you leave behind, like the shit always hits the fan.
Your colleagues are left in the shit.
Yeah. But no one begrudges anyone because everyone goes on holiday at some point in the year.
Yeah. We have the technology. Use headphones.
Yeah, and then no one knows that you're listening to Justin Bieber.
Good.
And not even the good songs. It wasn't even like Sorry or Love Yourself or.
I don't know any of the songs. I literally don't know any of the names of the songs.
I know at least Sorry, Love Yourself, and the one that made him really famous, the Spanish one, Despacito.
I forgot he sang that.
I mean, technically he didn't. Technically the song already existed, but when they tried to get it into the English-speaking market, they asked him to cover. Anyway, getting off track. Yeah.
How do you know? Anyway, and
Google.
Fair enough.
And Spider-Man Across the Universe, Spider-Verse, decent.
Yeah. Okay. So,
not the film of the year. No. Definitely not the film of the year.
A solid innings.
Probably going to be the best animated film of the year. What other animated films have we seen?
Was Puss in Boots this year or last year?
Oh, I think that was last year because it's already out on DVD.
It's probably last year.
So yeah, I'm gonna say last year. We might have to course correct in a
future episode.
In the future episode, but yeah. Or even if you just put like the picture here,
the actual day when it come
out. But no, if Puss in Boots did come out this year, I agree with you. Probably better animated film. But with that, anything else to add?
No, I think that covers everything.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, guys.
Make sure you like, you should share, subscribe,
comment all those things. Leave a review if you're listening on Spotify.
If you've already seen Spider-Man, let us know what you think. Let us know
what lovely comments people have made of your haircuts when you've had them.
Yeah. What headphone brand and what headphone company do you use?
And what song are you hiding from the world?
Do you know all the Justin Bieber songs?
That's only 3. Come on, you're never gonna let me forget that, are you?
No, okay. Absolutely not.
Has a colleague ever left you in the shit when they've gone on holiday? Let us know. Comment below, and can't wait for all of your staff to start commenting.
What? Because I'm gonna leave them in the shit in a couple of weeks when we're away.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
But with that said, thanks for joining us, guys. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll see you in the next week.
Yes, definitely.
Cheers, guys.
Thank
you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.